with some Chief Angry, although it's pretty small. Also, you know what else I noticed is that when I shoot hard, geez, but it's about to hit me. And if he hits me again, I won't be able to do anything. I'll have to go through it all over again. Everything was quick with him. Somehow managed it. Oh, we're going to slide right down the mountain. Whoa, that's cool. What's got me so hyped up?
3 of it? Well, definitely not half of it.
All right, I believe you. Okay, what do you need to scroll through here? Hi guys, today we are Jax. We'll be going through a new map.
Yeah, guys, how are you guys doing? Write in the comments. Today we're gonna have the newest map. How is it new? We actually saw that you guys like the different releases. We decided to go with the map that we like the most. Well, naturally, the one that is gaining a good popularity in terms of views. Accordingly, we chose the map, which is called I Do Not Remember. It seems to be something to do with the one with whom we are going to do all this now, to go through.
That's how he said the map was pretty good and very interesting. I was definitely in agreement with him. And accordingly, we begin our walkthrough, already hands itching to pass this game. Jax, as always, starts to fall down. He's always failing at something.
Don't start reminding me of that, please, because you fell the same way as me last time, and I didn't say anything like that to you. Be kind, and don't say anything to me either, you pest. First of all, the maps look like some different palm trees. Oh look, we got caught by this kid we were talking about. It's a kid, a girl with some hair that's just running after us. And we have to run away from her, and that's how we're gonna do the whole map.
Okay. While he was pressing the button, we have to get away from her, move our feet and get out of here. And she even goes upstairs right behind us. It's not good at all. Somehow, but she doesn't chase us anymore. I guess we're really fast and they can't catch up to us. That's fine. So Jax is ahead too, as I understand it.
Yes, Pomni, I've been waiting here for you for a long time. She didn't catch me in time, so I ran on.
Well, you certainly did well. All right, well, let's move on through the tunnels. This is our usual restroom. Basically, you can see for yourself on the map. It's pretty popular because there are actually a lot of players playing here and going through these challenges. While we're digging the hole, I noticed that the person we've gotten on other maps is here too. It's funny, that didn't really happen.
Well, I'm all about that, and I'm talking about the fact that, well, first of all, the online players in the game may not always be as big as you think, because a lot of people just play in the morning, let's say, or in the afternoon, and some people even sit up late at night, which is not very good, by the way. We come in all that way in the late afternoon, but it's not deep evening by any means. Plus, there's also the popularity of this map. It affects it, and it affects it a lot.
Well, yes, I agree with you here. All right, on the walkthrough, it's hard so far. There is nothing complicated yet, but I think the difficulty will increase.
Well, yeah, it's still a warm-up for now, because then there's some chips that when we get here on the cards, and we then start going through them a few times.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, you saw that. I just got busted by a balloon, even though I didn't go in there.
But I don't. Pomni, maybe you have a high ping, that's why you got hit like that and are starting to disappear?
Look, maybe I do have a really high ping, and that's why I have bad internet. I don't even know. But for some reason, the rock hit me right away and I didn't even see it. It's definitely the ping. I wasn't standing next to him at all, though. Okay, well, that's okay. Basically, we're halfway through the map, I think. And it would be sooner this boss...
Not Pomni, we've gone through maybe 30% at most. That's 1/3 of it. Well, definitely not half of it.
All right, I believe you. Okay, what do you need to scroll through here? I didn't make it. Everything's been taken over by the little guy.
And this baby was already hairless, by the way. So therefore it was a boy, not a girl. Okay, we'll have to make a quick run at him so he can't do anything to us.
All right, come on, rest up, baby. We're bouncing on balloons now. It's like some kind of Baba Yaga to us. Or what does it look like?
No, they're just balloons that inflate. Remember soap bubbles when you were a kid? It's the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I remembered. Great, okay. Now we are in some sort of caged castle. We will need to travel upwards.
Come on, Pomni. I'm already at the top of the table and I'm waiting for you already.
Why are you going so fast? I somehow this time is already slower to pass and more fall. What is wrong with me? Did you pass this map without me?
No, I remember that I'm with you for the first time, and I do not know how I do it so quickly.
Actually, my favorite part is actually drinking a can of gas pedal and jumping around those areas accordingly. It's really cool and interesting mechanics because it's fast, spectacular, and action is present, and I really like it like this. For the developers of the unequivocal love, the respect. because it develops the game and gives it a certain dynamism and fascination.
Here, yes. Of course, I will not argue with you here, and there is no point. I like it very much myself, and I'm delighted with it all. Delicious. For the first time in a long time, I'm in a good mood today, so I'll dispense with the various arguments and name-calling.
So what's there to argue about? Look, the map, yes, really quite cool and interesting, it gives me only positive experience, but not to say that it is directly ideal, because there are various nuances. While I do not see any difficulties, but in general, okay, I'm going to take the stairs like this. Remember, when we went through one map with you, we couldn't get to the top and it really pissed us off.
Yeah, I remember. It was kind of a weird system where there were 10 players standing around, and you can't get on that ladder because everyone is pushing themselves and wanting to be king of the mountain. Everyone wants to push themselves out, and we couldn't get through it all. It was a very long time.
We went through that, didn't we? The only thing is, of course, we grinded it all down so our viewers wouldn't watch it, because it would have been boring and very long.
But then, yeah, and did you notice that here was this fan that was blowing? It didn't confuse us or blow us off at all.
But by the way, yeah, it's a weird system. Most of the time the fan works, so they start blowing off. But for some reason they didn't work that way here. Maybe it's a bug of some sort. Well, it's an interesting system. Okay, well, maybe the developers have their own situation. Man, I just drove a little bit on you. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
When I jumped on myself, you dragged me farther behind you, basically almost fell off, though you didn't even see it.
And Pomni, you just talked my head off that I had to just jump off. I wanted to jump off to unscrew the red hatch. And I ended up jumping past it and having to start all over again. It almost turned into a disaster. So nothing to worry about here. It's basically not that hard. The main thing now is to turn off those 3 red things. The 3 screws from the pipes. I would call a switch that turns, and that's it. And you can go on from there. I have the last switch left, and I can already go upstairs.
And I just turned off all 3 things, but for some reason I didn't follow you. Okay, some just like herd instinct, probably. It's common.
Yeah, it does happen. But it happens to me too.
Well, it's no big deal, not at all. Well, everyone then, let's move on. As long as the gas pipes are turned off, so we don't get burned by these exhaust fumes. Well, not by fire, but accordingly. Just not poisoned by the pipes that contain gas.
Yes, Pomni. So, are we moving on? Man, I didn't jump in the first time. There's an interesting structure here. I thought I had to go farther down. Shit, I didn't jump in again. I remember I have the same system.
Well, it's no big deal, all right? I already think we have a boss waiting for us soon. That's where the TV is. It's definitely working great. So we should just jump in, and that's it. I don't think it's gonna be too hard from here. Man, I couldn't jump properly.
Pomni! You're not the only one. I've made those mistakes the first time too. Man, you and I go through so many maps and still manage to lose. It's not right, to be honest.
It is clear that they are different everywhere, but as if the mechanisms are pretty much the same. And we, all the time passing them, still fall into some mistakes, which several times over we pass. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I don't even know how it works. It's a pretty interesting system. But we keep making the same mistakes all the time.
So we probably won't get through any map the first time. Why can't I get there?
Move farther away. And the wind is just the wrong way. That's the fun of all these different escape maps, because they're made the same way. But you can only pass them if you have to go through them several times to pass them the first time and get the best record.
Yes, while we're talking, the chief is already waiting for us and we have to feed him now. Man, I just got hit with some chief angry, although it's pretty small. Also, you know what else I noticed is that when I shoot, it's when he's running behind me that he doesn't take damage for some reason.
I also noticed that in order to shoot him, you have to stand up straight. Well, that's the first-person perspective.
So you have to be turned towards him to shoot and waste his then lives. Man, that's not so easy. I don't have time to turn around like that. He's running after me pretty fast. What am I supposed to do?
Try to stand on a table somewhere. He can't get on the table, and try to shoot him.
Now, wait a minute. Now I'm going to try the whole workers system like that.
There's no way he can catch me now, and that's it. I beat him. Great. Thanks, Jax, for the tip.
It's okay, Pomni. You're welcome. I'm a professional.
Yes, I know what a professional you are. I'm not going to talk about it. It's already clear without me talking about it. But okay, it's no big deal. Let's go see what we got here, shall we? Oh, we're going to slide right down the mountain. Whoa, that's cool. What's got me so hyped up?
I'm right on the spot. Come on, Pomni. I'm waiting for you. So let's take it upstairs again. I can already feel the boss coming soon, and we're nearing the end point of these trials.
Okay, and no, we still have to fly upstairs with the lasers. By the way, I remember you didn't know that this is one of my favorite parts of the map to fly up at all. I love it so much. It calms me down and relaxes me so much, especially after the boss. And I'm so starting to get reflective. I'm straight up really buzzed sitting there. It's interesting to watch it all.
I didn't know about this, by the way, but now I'll know how you are in general. What are your favorite parts of the maps? That's really cool. So, are we basically moving on? What do we have left here?
We need to climb up and probably just build our path with these structures. I remember how we did that, and you gave me a hint on how to do it a lot faster, so I'll be doing that now.
Yeah, Pomni, remember that one thing I told you? Shit, it just flew out at my place. Shit. Hold on, I'll get another one right now. I just got one too. Is that what I was gonna tell you? You can use one thing more than once. You don't have to take more than one. You just put it in once, then you pick it up again and move it to another one. That's how it works its way through to get further.
I didn't know about this, by the way, until you told me last time. Because then I kept taking these things for myself to make a path, and this way you can get through, by the way, a lot faster. So now we're going to meet the main boss. We have to shoot him. So basically we've already destroyed one gun. All one cannon destroyed. There's one more left while the boss is in hard G's, but it's about to hit me. And if he hits me again, I won't be able to do anything. I'll have to go through it all over again. Everything was quick with him. Somehow managed it.
I'm still staying with him, fighting. I don't know.
For me, the post was pretty easy. I didn't feel anything at all, but to be honest, I probably should have put a harder level as it was too easy for me and it was simple.
Yeah, Pomni, I agree with you. We should have somehow put a little more difficult to pass this level. Well, it's okay. We got through. So, guys, stay tuned for our episodes. Subscribe to the channel. Give us some likes. There will be a lot more different map walkthroughs ahead. It's going to be very interesting. Now we're just getting in the car, tucking in next. Now we're going to break down this fence, and that's it.
And our game is over. Thank you all for watching to the end.